Hi. I've recently gotten a question that I thought deserved a public response, and that is why I talk of voluntarily stepping off the bench in 2008 when I'm campaigning to get back on the bench in 2024. Well, I do so because I think it's quite relevant to why I think I'm right for the bench today. You see, in 2008, I had to make a very difficult decision. I had to decide that I needed to step aside and make my family a priority. And why did I need to do that? Well, at the time, I was dealing with the death of my first husband. I should say my former husband. We were divorced at the time, but Jason and I didn't have the rage and rancor in our divorce like most people do. I looked at it as I lost a husband, but I gained a friend and more closet space. And we actually started supporting each other and raising kids together. So seeing his last year of life and his ultimate death was very difficult on me as well as my children. But I had a 7 and a 10-year-old at the time, and with some other things happening in our life as well, I decided that I needed to step aside. It was not the right time for me to be on the bench. And that's really important because we have an unreasonable expectation of judges today. We think that judges should have no opinions, should not be partisan in any way. We expect them to be sort of superhuman in that regard. But that's just not the case. Judges are human beings. They have had experiences that have led them to a worldview. They have opinions, and I'm sure they are politically astute, whether they align with you or not. The point is for them not have a worldview, experiences that might impact their decisions. The point is, do they have what is special and unique in this world? And that is an ability to set aside their own needs for the greater interest. And the greater interest is a stable, solid, independent, and impartial judiciary. That is more important than anyone's own political desires, views, opinions, ideologies. But it takes something special to be able to set that aside. A black robe and a gavel does not do it. They don't magically erase everything that's in your mind or in your history. Instead, it comes from within. It comes from your character. Do you have the judgment, the discretion, the maturity, quite frankly, the selflessness that we don't often see in today's world to set aside your own views, your own needs, your own desires to serve in an independent and impartial way, objective. At the time, I was not in that place because of what was happening in my life. But today, my kids are older. I have adult children. I have a grandparent, and I have had a full career and quite a bit of experience, life and business. And I am in a much better place to resume public service. And I think that's important because we have too many judges today that are judges as a career instead of public service. And I think that's a big distinction because why you do something in large part will determine how you do it. I want to serve the people of South and West Texas as a public servant. I think I'm in a better place to do so. And I think it took a lot, and it says a lot about me, that I voluntarily stepped aside when I was not in that place. That's why I talk about it.